Hello, it's Tristan here from Invest, and today I want to run through a fantastic way that you can get out there and find great rent-to-rent deals literally in minutes. And I want to run through how you can use property data to do this, to find properties and deal analyse them. So what I'm going to do is I've got a few bits together and go through. I'm going to give you a little background about me, why I know about rent-to-rent and how you can possibly do something with it. And also, just to let you know, at the very end, I'm going to give you a 50% off discount code for property data, and I'm also going to give you a 14-day free trial. So wait on to the end, and hopefully you'll be able to see how you can quickly find deals, how you can save thousands of pounds from deal sources, and how you can really make this process quite easy. So, as I said, my name's Tristan from Invest. Previously, I used to work for a company called Living London. Living London have got quite a substantial rent-to-rent, or as they call it, a corporate let portfolio based down in southwest London. And since I've left their company, they've moved up and they're now, so I think, got one or two properties slightly north of London, but they're predominantly around the west-hand side of London. And these deals that we were doing there were absolutely fantastic, as we'd always try to factor in quite a good profit margin, which I'm sure, as you know, with a rent-to-rent property, it's all about controlling the property, getting in good tenants, and then being able to kind of leverage that. And so we really focused on creating really nice homes that people wanted to live in. And we were also, at the time, we were very selective about who we had move in. So when I was working with them, I was their investment manager, or head of acquisitions. And when I was doing that, I took them from 6 properties to 28 in the space of 12 months, doing rent-to-rent deals, predominantly with agents, where we're building up a lot of rapport to make sure that we were always the first people in the door when a property became available. So that gives you a bit of an idea and roughly how I think I might be able to help point you at least in the right direction. So in this little presentation, I'll just move it down there, I'm just going to run through how you can set up a Goldmine area. So you can basically, in property data, draw the area that you're looking at, and then you can mine it down to be able to find properties in your area. Then what we can then do is how we can filter and then target the properties that we're looking for. So you can work out which ones are likely to have an opportunity for you to make some more money on, things you can work quite well on, where you can get instant spare room rental comparisons, and then quickly work out whether it's a deal. And this is all now inside property data. So when I was doing this, I was literally doing all off the fly. It was all completely based on the knowledge that I knew and what I knew about the area. And that was very much because I was doing it every day, day in, day out. I knew how much a room would rent for. I knew what we would pay for a room and what our margin was. But nowadays, I don't have a rent-to-rent portfolio. I've looked at 1 or 2 opportunities, but I realised you want to be able to take at least a room and a half worth of profit out of every property you've got. So I'll base that on this. So let's just quickly head over to property data and I'll show you what I am on about. So this is the property data website. It's quite simple and relatively straightforward. They've updated it a little bit recently. The first thing I'm just going to point out is the pricing. I actually had the max plan, which is the biggest one obviously they do. And the reason I do that is that they give you what they call unlimited credits. And that just means that you can just keep using the system as much as you like without ever getting limited. Otherwise you get limited to say 80 credits or 20 credits. Personally, I think if I'm going to use the system, jump in, find deals, and look for properties, I want the max plan. So I've been on that since I signed up to it. So what I'm going to just do is just log in. And then as you go into the account, you'll see the first thing you've got is local areas. So you can see it here, I've drawn up a few little target areas that I like the look of, but I'm going to show you exactly how you can do this yourself. So you click into the research and then go into local data. And then what we're going to do is target an area. So I think the best idea for this is going to be for me, or for you, is for me to do an area that I don't know anything about. So I'm going to shoot with, off the top of my head, let's go with Chelmsford. I know nothing about Chelmsford, apart from one of my friends who's looking to move there. So if we go to Chelmsford, Essex, someone there might think this is a great rent-to-rent area. I've never looked at it. So what we've done here is, as you've seen, I've just clicked the area, and then what you can do is here it tells you on the left hand side how many data points are in that area, so how many properties are in that area. It says 2,485 and it says good to go. If you want to increase and expand that area, you might know more about the area than me, but you can just expand it, and you keep expanding it, and then that adds more data points to it. You can contract it and reduce it to change the size of your data. So I've just clicked generate data, and then what you can do is, if you're then going to keep using this as your target area, you can then edit the name of it. So you can just edit it. So I could call it, sorry, clicked the wrong button there. But you can save the area for your area, so then it comes up. So every time that you pop in, you always see Chelmsford. As you can see here, it's giving you a few little statistics about the area, what the population is, how many people live there, things like that. So the first that you're going to come into is you've got a dashboard, and this is all sales data. And as we're looking for rent to rents, this isn't what we want. So what we're going to click for at the top is, if it just moves up, is we can change from prices to rents. And so now what's going to come up here is you have a selection of all properties that are out there on the market. And then you can turn and say, look, well, if I want a 4-bedroom property would probably be quite good to be able to split up into an HMO. So then what you can do here is you can sort of say, look, it ranges from £1,400. I'm just going to click a couple of these. So you can click it, say, maybe at the lower end, see bits that you're looking for. Do it like that. And that's one way of doing it, and I'll just show you what's come up there. The other thing you can do as well here is if you click on map, so then you can see where in the town or the city those properties are. And then you could do it like that if you wanted. And PropertyData brings in Rightmove data, Zoopla data, and all on the market all into one place. So you can see all of those properties in one go. The other way you can do it is with their data, which you can simply download, and then you can get a copy of the Excel spreadsheet. And you see a little pop-up what I've got planned for the rest of the day. So here you can see, look, it's coming up with all these properties that are in the area. But what we can do, and what I tend to like to do, is look here, you can filter by how many bedrooms are in the place. So you can say, I want to have the most number of bedrooms. And then so, for example, look, here you go, you've got this one that says it's £1,600 for a 5-bedroom property, so we'll open up the details on that. But what you could also do, if you wanted to analyse this or split it up a little bit more, is you can download this lot as an Excel spreadsheet, which I believe it should have just done in the corner there. So if we just click open, you'll see here, look, it's got all of the properties that have all come up. So if you then wanted to filter it, and you could turn around and say, well, I'll just give you a quick demonstration. I've selected all the tops, gone over to data at the top here, click filter. And then what we can do is we can turn and say, look, I only want to have properties that have been on the market for more than 30 days. Landlords might be getting a little bit desperate. And then you could turn around and say, look, they're asking rents. You could then filter it by that. But you could basically use it to be able to target and work out what properties you're interested in. I'm not going to be doing that today. And I will go back through these. So I've opened up a couple here. And you see, look, here we've got a 5-bedroom townhouse available for £16.25 a month. Here at the bottom, it's giving you comparables, what is rented, what they're sold for, what they're for sale for. Here you can also see comparables, so that 5 bedrooms to rent. So this one could be a little bit lower or below market in the value, and they give you schools, whatever else. What we can do here is we click View Original, the button in the top right, and that's just going to take us over to show us the property. You can see I have something called Property Tracker built in. Property Tracker shows you where the rents have dropped. It's only dropped by £25. You can see it's been on for quite a while. And look at the size of this. So they've also got a floor plan, which is quite interesting. But you can see here, look, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can see 6 bedrooms there straight away, actually. And there's a dining room there as well. So maybe we might be able to use that dining room as the 7th bedroom. So I'm looking at it and thinking, actually, there's 7 rooms in this place. And there's two bathrooms, and there's one ensuite there, and there's a toilet. So I'm just going to let's just make a little note of that. So we have 6 normal bedrooms, 1 ensuite, doubles, ensuite, and then the rent they're asking is £16.25 rent per month. But you can see, I've only just literally come into this area. We can have a look through the photos as well. But I'm just jumping through just to give you an idea. And it looks like quite a reasonable property. I mean, the kitchen could do with a little bit of TLC, but it looks like it's all been redecorated recently. It all looks quite up together. So what we could do the other bit I'll show you with this as well is usually it hasn't done it. You get a little property and a little overlay that comes up in the corner. But what I'll do here is I'll just take the, so we've got Rooks Crescent. Let's just come up there, and what I want is a postcode. The reason I want a postcode is then I'm able to use it to be able to find properties in the area. So I'm just gone on a little bit of a tangent here. But say for example, so we've got this property, 5-bedroom townhouse. And the next thing we want to do is we want to work out how much we can rent these rooms out for. So there's a lot of data available in here, so you can find hotspots or areas you want to look for. If you go to the evaluate section, you can do valuations for flats, HMOs, and entire properties. So what I'm going to do is I'll open that up. I'm just going to see if there's another one in here. And hopefully, we're looking for an HMO valuation, so a rental valuation. We've got the postcode. Let's put that we're going to put in nice new furniture, make the place look good. It's got living room, parking. Let's have a quick look at the photos on this. Does it have a nice little... Just trying to get through to the end of it. Yeah, look, there is. There's even a garage, so there's parking as well. And there's a nice garden. So, I mean, it's ticking a lot of boxes even for me. So what we've got here is it's allowing us to add how many rooms that we've got in here. We've got 7. So we've got a double with a shared bathroom, double with a shared bathroom. Just filling this all out. There you go. So what I've done there, value HMO, HMO valuation. Here we go. So as I've said, I don't know the area at all. This could be completely hogs or and I don't know. But look, it's saying we could get £4,462 per calendar month out of this. So, and that you can see here, look, it's got the double shared bathroom. We've all just furnished it, everything else. HMOs with living room in the area, 80% of them have got them, 73%, and that's within 4 to a mile. So it's saying, look, £500 roughly for a double room, £650 for an ensuite. So look, say for example, I take that number there, 4462, and then I'm just going to literally do this in my little spreadsheet I created here. So 4462 rental income for 6 shared rooms, 1 time ensuite. So then what we're going to want to pay is you're going to want to pay the bills, and let's roughly say that bills per person, I don't know, is, let's say it's about £70. It's about £70 a head, so there's 7 people in there. It's probably actually going to be a little bit more than that, so let's go 75. So where I used to work, we used to base all our bills on £350 a month plus council tax. So that was, yeah, probably about £450. If we allow 500, then you've got that. And then what you're going to want is, I imagine, on your rental amount, you're going to want to allow for, say, 10% for maintenance. So that's bills, maintenance. And then what we're also going to want is, let's say that we have a 5% void period. And then that's going to, this is just briefly highlighting it. You've got 4,400 coming in, minus the rent per month to the landlord, minus the bills, void, maintenance. And look, there you go. We're now getting a property that I've just literally found on PropertyData that's going to do about £1,600 a month cash flow. And so you can really see that, I've just gone straight through those steps where I've set up a Goldmine area, I filtered, I found a proper target property in an area, and then what we've done is, as you saw, I used the HMO valuation tool to instantly work out what the spare room rental costs are, how much we're going to get for it, and that way I could see what it was a deal. And look, and not being funny, but how many people out there for a deal out there that's going to be doing £1,600 a month isn't going to be paying, say, 4 or 5 grand for something like that, and you've managed to get that through PropertyData for what, £44 a month, and that's not including the 50% off the first month or the 14-day free trial. So this looks like an absolute cracking deal, a cracking property to me. But if you want to jump into, and I could quickly show you, but you've got other properties that have come up here as well that could also be good deals. And even open rent there. If you've got a property on open rent, you quite easily be able to get in touch with the the landlord on it. So if you want to use property data, this is the final bit with it. Head over to Cutley, which you can see I'm just going to have to move myself a little bit. Head over to Cutley, c.tt.ly/property data with a capital P and a capital D. Enter the code ZEB when you go to checkout. It's the only discount code out there. That's going to give you 50% off your first month, and you've got your 14-day free trial. So roughly off the top of my head, if you get 30 days and half of that's 15 days, that's free because you've got half price of it plus your 15 days. You almost get a month free, really. But yeah, hopefully that's of help. Hopefully that's going to find you some cracking rent-to-rent deals out there. I look forward to hearing from you. If you like this, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Click the like button below because I'm going to give you more demonstrations on how you can use this cracking piece of software. Also, I'm a property investor myself by trade. I do flips and various other bits, and so you can see progress and other jobs that I've done too. Look forward to hearing from you and have a cracking day.